What's up YouTube? This is Nick. I'm doing a quick review on the MetaWatch Community Edition for the MetaWatch Strata on Android. A big thing you have to know right off the bat is that you need version 1.2 of the firmware in order for this to work. To check this, you can go to the settings button, which is the bottom left button, and you can check right here. If you do not have version 1.2, contact the MetaWatch team and they will set you up. You need version 1.2 before proceeding with Community Edition, just so you're aware. With that aside, we will get into the review real quick. This is just an overview to give you an idea. So right out of the gate, you can see I have a couple different things that aren't available to your typical Android user using just the MetaWatch Manager. I have weather, missed calls, missed SMS, and the phone battery life. This is achieved again through the MetaWatch Community Edition application, and this newer version just released today. So everything is managed on the application. So I'll give you a quick view of that. This is the main screen here. Shows you that you're connected and accessibility is enabled. You have to enable accessibility for your watch to be able to communicate with your phone for a lot of the higher functions of weather and whatnot. And to do that, it is in settings, accessibility, and then there's a MetaWatch option, and you make sure you turn that on. If there's any complications, this screen right here, status, will let you know. After that, we can get into preferences. And this is where you adjust preferences for your device, silent mode, notifications, phone calls, etc., etc. The list goes on for quite some time, and you can customize a lot of different things. And everything, as far as I've been able to test so far, has been fully compatible. Once we get into widgets, this is where we can start to see some of the benefits and drawbacks. The main benefit here is the new widgets, of course. We have weather, missed calls, missed SMS, battery life, but if I click go into row 2 here, real quick aside, this is row 0, so you can't really change that. The clock itself is static. The weather and these 3 widgets here, that's where row 1 and 2 are. So it shows 1, 2, and 3. If you try and add row 3, it will cause a complication. It's limited to only 1 screen as of now. I don't know if they're going to add more, but for right now, it's that. But you can fit a lot more on the 1 screen because you're not limited to the 2x2 grid that MetaWatch Manager gives you. So as you can see here, row 3, widgets. I'm trying not to catch too much glare. But instead of being 1 widget equals 1/4 of the screen, you can actually pick a widget based on the pixel count. So here we can see it's 24 by 32 for each of these. So that takes up 1/3 of 1 row of a widget, which is awesome. You can actually pick based on that, the pixel count alone, and so you can fit a lot more on just 1 screen. And as for actual widgets, we've got next calendar appointment, and again a variety of different amount of space that can occupy, missed calls, moon phase, music, battery life, Gmail, and Gmail's default. I switched it to battery life because I thought that would be more beneficial for me. K9 email, SMS, touchdown, which is awesome for those of you who have work email integrated from Outlook to your phone, voicemail, and weather. All those stuff are available and they work, which is awesome. This is also where we see our first limitation in that you can only have 1 screen. As I showed in my previous review, this button here in the middle, the right center, advances to the next screen. If you tap that, it just goes to this kind of staticky look on this. And you can get out of that quick by going into your menu and exiting, and it's back to normal. But it does not advance screens anymore, just so you're aware. After that, it has a test section where you can show what the different notifications look like, or if you want to just make sure your watch works. So here, this is another advantage. SMS test wrap will run this, and this is for a message that is too long to actually fit on the watch face itself. So you can hear it vibrate there, and it's got a bunch of Latin text for the test. The big thing you'll notice here is that I've got this down arrow now. So what happens when I push that is it actually advances, if I actually push it, the message, so I can see the rest of the message and not have it truncate. There's this X in the bottom corner here. Tap that and it goes back to this screen. So you no longer have to miss any part of your text message because the MetaWatch Manager app can't handle it. Community Edition is able to actually have scrolling text messages, so that's awesome. Also, and Gmail and stuff looks fairly similar. one thing that I really loved, if I do a call simulation here, so the text is much smaller. It shows an answer thing here and it's vibrating. I don't know if you can hear it, but answer doesn't work. That's just a light. But if you see this button here on the bottom left, tap that and it answers it. And you have a couple different options: hang up and enable speakerphone. If you enable speakerphone, it does just that, enable speakerphone on your phone. If you just answer it straight out, it either, if you have a Bluetooth headset enabled, it directs the call straight into your Bluetooth headset, so you can take calls from your watch to your Bluetooth headset, and you can hang up as well from here. Or you can click the button on your headset, I suppose. Other options you have are, of course, back and whatnot. The limitation here is that you've only got a down arrow. You can only go down through your options, which is a little frustrating because you can't arrow back up if you arrow too far. But anyways, there's that. Just the fact that you can answer from your watch is awesome to me, because I've got a headset and it's nice to be able to check my watch for caller ID, but then to have to answer on my headset is still just another motion. And if I can just look at my watch and answer from that, which this does, amazing. I love it. And this also gives you reply with text, but I've yet to try that out, so I can't speak to its functionality. Either way, you can answer calls from your watch with Community Edition. As for that, or after that, we've got a couple different things here in the test menu. I should probably exit out of this to make sure it's not simulating a call anymore. So it was just that top right button. You can refresh your location, weather, and a bunch of other tests to make sure that it actually works. If you guys are interested in a full in-depth review of the app and its different functions and capabilities, like this video, leave comments, subscribe to my channel, and I've got a bunch more content available. I just haven't made videos yet because I want to make sure that there's interest out there before making a couple-minute video on this and spending time on it. Either way, thanks for viewing, and if you like what you see, like I said, give it a like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know, and I will do what I can to get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks guys for watching. Have a good one.